collecting
Zeus trying to get a red buff.
for the moment. As this Hextech Dragon is going down. Yeah, Showmaker on a bit of a flank angle has the charge.
I don't know if he's allowed to do that red buff, buddy.
Use that to allow his teammates to enter as well.
I think he might have to TP in or this Drake is gone.
Otachan's mad at the same time.
There it is.
All right.
Yeah, he's TPing on Shoemaker.
This
Zeka, they have good positionings here, Hammerlife. Zeus is a little bit low though.
But now Peanut, can you steal away this dragon? That is the question.
Oh, nice knock by Siwu. Holding the Gragas ult for the MF. Look at MF.
The dragon down to 2,000, but the team fight.
They flash onto Shoemaker, but he gets out. Gragas ult misses. That's the shy. Oh my god, he's running at them. MF gets her ult off full channel. That's pretty big. Now! They don't have Wukong ult either. Run! Oh shit, Barrel, that is dark! No, Showmaker's gonna die to Peanut! Get on your bike! Get on your bike! He does!
Finds his doggo once again. Climbs on top and takes down the Jax.
Doesn't want to risk it.
Zeka now with a couple of charges left, but with 2 left remaining on both sides of the rift, it's the dragon that turns the fight.
3 for 3.
And Zeka.
Wow.
To make sure that Beryl isn't in range, does she have the cask available? Because if it's yes,
nice combo from Beryl. Ooh, that MF ult hurts a bit. Ooh, that hurts a lot. But they live. Oh, Peanut! Gets the reset for Zeka. Beryl's dead. Double kill for Peanut. Viper can't play the game. Siwu just... Oh, he missed his E or what? He can't kill Viper. One more dash on Zeka. Charm. Misses. E. Slow. Bouncy. Showmaker's here, but he can't do much. Electrocute procs and kills him. No! Showmaker's gonna die as well. He gets in trouble on the ult. Mel, do something! What? Get on the bike. On the bike. On the bike.
I think is just going to be lying on the floor. There it goes. An HLE.
How is Otachan there?
Strike back. His aiming is still alive. Yes. And now he's hex skating the wrong direction. It's still just going to be Otachan over to HLE.
Just as I was about to say, the key thing is the gold isn't that big. It was only a 2K gold.
Man.
DK overplayed our hand. Try to go in on the lights.
Where was Showmaker?
Viper is waiting. Then
Drake in
disaster,
10.
But now it kind of is too.
Everyone get the dragon now.
DK can look forward
Time for round 4.
At this Baron buff. Trust that your composition still gets the job done, and obviously play for the Hextech Soul. I think
they still have Tatacans for 30 seconds. Are you serious? They're gonna have to drop Drake?
Of course, they are not.
I don't know if they can drop Drake. Aren't they gonna run out of time? That Olaf is becoming broken.
They can actually contest this, though. They are buying some Baron time. It is up for the next 2 minutes. But it does mean that it's going to be harder for Zeus to split things like this.
It's also very hard to keep loose.
What if we just play for the steal? Why do you take the blast cone?
We'll see if he actually opts to go for this. It looks like
no steal play. Just give.
Not going to go. Just clear the waves, push out as far as you can, and don't allow Hanwha to further build the goalie. Because if Hanwha can find a fight from 3K gold down, that turns it around. You can too. As we've seen this one before.
Yeah, engaging under Delight. Certainly can be a bit of a problem here. There's the flash forward from Lucid. They get on top of Viper.
No, Viper flash. Get him!
He's lying in wait.
He's dead.
Still, they managed to take down the 80 carry.
No, oh no.
As well, and into the back line goes
Mods.
Aiming is going to go golden, but Olaf just changes his mind. He wants
what
to
is
kill
that Olaf
Shiu, and he's going to get him. Down he goes. The Mel's already dead, and this is that critical match. That's what we were waiting for the Vikings.
No. Oh my god, they won.
Game 5,
there's no way.
They do it every
there's
time.
no way they won. Fuck, man. What a throw. What a throw.
To 5 games.
What a throw.
Do not bring these players to 5 games.
There's no way Hammerlife had the 3-2 T1 and Gen G and DK to get to the finals. That is mental. 15 games to get to the finals.
This isn't even the final yet. However, it's a 3rd in a row for Hammerlife Esports.
Like,
and
what on earth?
Down. This was the team that lost to DK in 3 games in the group stage.
What on earth?
Whether they were going to be that super team that was promised after that. And here in Game 5, they do it again.
Zeus did work in the series.
The DK were so far ahead. Even if the gold remained relatively close, it felt like they had that control. And then Hanwha said no.
Second barrel, you know, a little tap there. And Atlas.
But Game 5, Zeus Zeka, man, like, fuck me.
This has to, we have to get a rematch. I don't make the rules.
The light popped off.
Oh man, and who is it?
All right, let's do the ratings, chat.
It's an incredibly difficult choice.
Yeah, actually,
just concede and give it to Dandy.
Let's do the ratings. What do we think? I think Siwu had a pretty solid series. The Rumble and Ambessa game, he was playing well. But the other 3 games, he was inting a bit. I will say 6. I would give him a 5, but I think Game 2 he saved.
think there were too many
Zeus
spikes
played pretty
that
solid.
Lucid did
His
not
Olaf
go
game
for.
carried. His Cassante game was really solid. His Aatrox game was good. These two games were a little bit his fault, not too much. I'll give him a 7.
He was denied his opportunity.
Actually,
And for Humble Life,
I'll give him an 8 for that
yet
last
again
game.
a story of the resilience of
Lucid, I
this
think,
team, of
played
these
really well
players.
this series. I
And
think
of
this
the
last
sort
game
of
wasn't his
recent
bad. I
times
actually
for
think Lucid
DK,
played really well.
It's one a heartbreak. It
I
felt
think
like this
Lucid
was
is solid
their game,
8.
and I do think
The
as
5
we
game
take
series.
another look, the actual
I
goal
think Peanut
never
played
that
really
far.
well today as well. I think
And
both junglers played really well.
as I
Is it
said,
weird
I
to give them
think
both
this will be
8s?
finals as well, unless Gen G have a massive resurgence, or Nongshim have the craziest run that
I like
I've
that. I think
seen.
they both played really well. And also a really close series.
I don't
Showmaker
expect
today,
it to
I
be
think,
any
played
other
well
team,
as
but
well.
they just
I think
overplayed
Showmaker
their
was
hand
solid.
and
I'll give him a
Humble
7.
Life, they don't let you get away with that.
Zeka was also solid. I feel like mid jungle was pretty even.
They turn on a dime.
If anything, I think
As soon as
Showmaker
you make
kind of
any sort
did
of
well.
mistake, as soon as Shiu
Maybe he
misses
did better,
half,
actually.
like, some of his buttons, HLE win the series. That's the kind of
Aiming-
edge that you're playing
But
on
it's
if
this
you want to
play.
beat this team.
It's this play right here.
I even think it was the Dragon play before that.
No, because
I think aiming was
got the soul point, right? They
pretty
still
good
got
this
out ahead,
series.
but
Yeah.
they lose Otacon, they lose Nash. And then I think from that point
I think
on,
even
they
in
don't
this
get to
last
fight
game he was
anymore.
strong.
Tell you what though.
And his Zeri kind of
absolutely
turned the whole game
incredible
around.
series
I'll give him
between
I'm
these
giving him a
two
9.
teams. HLE have done it again.
I think Viper played
Another
really well today as well.
five-game
I'll give him an 8.
and they pick up the victory.
Don't think there was much
As this
Viper could do in
last
these
effort,
series.
they've got their target.
There was not much he could do in this series.
This
I feel like the game was out of his hands from game 1 onwards. It was Jesus take the wheel.
Also the fact that, yes,
Every
Viper
fight was
died,
just...
but he wasn't
Other than game 4, I think he played his lane really well.
main point for
Support,
DK.
I think Beryl was a psychopath, but I think the light was really good. The light was really good. 8, 6. Wait, let me redo this. Siu 6, Zeus 8, Lucid 8, Peanut 8. I think that's fair. I think both junglers played really well today.
To DK as well.
Showmaker, I think,
After what
played
was a
better than
pretty
Zeka this
abysmal
series.
game 1 performance. I mean, I don't think you can really
I think
beat around
Showmaker
the
did a lot of
bush
good
there.
stuff.
It just felt like they were barely even there.
They were not awake.
All the way up until about the 10-minute mark in game 2.
I think Aiming and Viper were pretty close.
And I think because of that moment,
I'll say
we
they are
are
both in...
gifted
I don't know, I feel like Aiming
5
solo
games
carried these games
and an
almost.
incredibly
Maybe not the Varus
competitive
one, but the
game
Zeri one,
5
definitely.
With a Kled lock-in from Showmaker. We have to say as well, like, Showmaker must have had
And
everything
support, I think
banned
Beryl
throughout
played
the
well
entire
today, but the Light
series
played a
because
bit better.
he played, what, like, Kled
I think that's fine.
and Victor, which he doesn't really like playing, but that's probably the most normal of the picks.
Pantheon.
And then he played Pantheon, and then he played Twisted Fate. Like, this guy
We'll give Siu a 7 maybe.
is absolutely absurd.
But that last
He played
game, no, that
Rise
last
as
game was
well.
horrible.
And, oh man, just...
Chat, you say I have soy ratings, but in China, in the Hooper ratings, it's pretty similar.
To be completely honest, when the regular season for the LCK Cup started, I was not expecting ourselves to make it all the way to the finals, but, throughout this kind of run, I'm pretty
Everyone played
confident
well
now
that series.
we will be able to become the champion.